goodness. Do we have a show for you tonight? Yes, we have a show for you tonight. In fact, we have a huge show. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's an entirely new show. That's right, the Dumpster Fire is here for the first time ever on its own channel. Mostly because it's something I've wanted to do for a while, but also we got shut down for 90 days on my main channel for a copyright violation, so...
That's what happened to me, man.
Yeah. So there'll be no Snapchats tonight. We can't even monetize. We're working for free for y'all, but we'll be reading whose phone just went off? We'll be reading the group chat tonight, interacting with you. Let me turn this music down.
It's like we'll be one with the plebs.
Yes.
Instead of like the Snapchats.
Yes, we won't be getting the Snapchats. All right, enough of that mess. I have a huge YouTuber for y'all, and one of my favorite content creators, FLEMLORAPS, with us tonight. What's up?
What's good? Glad to be here,
bro.
Man.
We're doing good, and I have the laziest YouTuber ever. Goes on vacation and just shuts down his channel. I'm just kidding.
Hey. I'm gonna be as lazy as I want, man. I can't believe it's been 2 goddamn weeks. I'm just waiting for these like semifinals to end so I can release videos.
Yeah,
what I'm waiting on.
You know, since you trigger everybody. All right, here come the bald,
I trigger
ugly
myself.
chats. Here they come. All right, everyone saying sup, Flemlo. That's right. Please come to our games. The Brass Bonanza.
What's good, chat?
That's going on. That's it. Now, Flemlo, you stream too, right? Every once in a while.
I'm about to start back. It's been a minute. I used to.
It's so much fun, man.
It is. It's crazy. Like live, you never know what's gonna happen. Everybody plugged in. You know what I'm saying? I used to. I would stream like gaming, and bruh, the pressure it's just insane.
That's true. I used to do gaming videos too, and just having the recorder on adds a little pressure, right? Because you're like, what if I capture myself messing up here?
Yeah.
But then when people are
live,
watching,
it's like a whole nother.
Right.
It's like a whole nother element to it, bro.
Right, because if you take an L, they're gonna get you bad. All right, before we get to talking here, I have a huge announcement. So, everybody, I think a lot of you have heard, if you follow the Dumpster Fire, that I've been hinting at going full time with YouTube for a while. I actually made up my mind that I was gonna do that about a month ago. Like I got it all cleared with my wife and my kids, and and this is what I want to do. So it's been really hard to go to work and knowing that you're going to quit in a month, but you need to save up some money and do just the minimum to not get fired. So anyway, so my boss, like I stayed home from work today, worked on my video that I just put out all day, 8 hours. And then my boss sent me an email like, we need to go over marketing. And I was like, I'm not even in there, So, and that's his like bullshit way of saying, we're going to talk. I just briefed him on marketing yesterday. So either tomorrow I'm going to get fired or I'm going to quit. It's one or the other. So I'll keep you updated on that. I'll come out with an official announcement video, but I'm really looking at this being a life-changing thing. Flem and Tree were talking.
I want to ask you about that too.
Do you still have a day job?
Nah, I can relate so much because I went through the exact same thing when I quit my job. I was doing commission sales. I had like a good month. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I made enough to pay my bills for a couple months, and that was it. I had 5,000 subscribers. I went full time. What? It's like a year and a half ago.
Ballsy, man.
That is ballsy.
Like,
I mean, I'm saying I respect that.
It took me a year to get that 5,000. I mean, I was dropping. Once I quit, I was dropping 3 videos a day. I had a new son. I was, I had to grind, and it was either this was gonna work, or I was hit.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
but
dude, I feel scared as hell doing it.
I'm saying it to say, once you put your back up against that wall like that, you gonna win. Trust me. Like, you're gonna find new and innovative ways to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? You will win. Because you're
Damn,
making
I'm
a
pumped
choice.
now.
Once you make that choice, it's a wrap.
I'm like flexing now. Flemlo's hyping me up now. I'm like, I want to quit now. I'm gonna open up my work
There you go, man. Let me show you a video to motivate you to quit your job.
Mm-hmm.
This was some guy who did this like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so different. It's
Yeah,
so
I
different
mean
now.
that's a way to burn your bridge if you want.
I don't want to burn bridges because if this don't work, I
Good.
need to go back to work. So,
Man, you want to know how I quit mine?
how'd you do it?
So I left work on lunch break, and I went home, and I just never went back. No bullshit. I never went back, dog, from that point.
My boy used to keep his resignation letter under his keyboard, and he had it typed out, and all it had was the space for the date on it. It was signed and everything, and he kept it under his keyboard. And then the day that it happened, he just lifted it up, put it on his keyboard, and walked out.
Damn. Yeah, you were plotting.
I don't know, dude. That makes me feel like, because Tree's the whole time is like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not that you're discouraging me, Tree.
No, I'm saying that because, like, I'm just thinking, like, you're not a single man. If you were my age, I had that cushy gig, then I'd take the risk. But you've got a family, you've got kids, you've got dogs, you've got a shitposting house. It's like you have a higher floor to live up to.
Yeah, the thing.
That's the risk.
The big thing is like I can't not try. That's where, because if I don't try, I will hate myself more than
regret.
Than if if I was making, double what I'm making now, and this is what I wanted to do, I would really have to consider now. Well, double maybe not, but if it goes back to this saying that I read from Casey Neistat. He says, failure sucks, but the pain that is failure does not exceed the pain that is not trying at all. And
Thanks.
so I have to
Actually
try.
the truth.
That's it. I have to try. There's no what if in this for me, because I don't know. I feel like I'm meant to do this in a bass backwards way. What up, Flemlo? What's going on, man?
I'm gonna say I do respect you for it, dude. Just saying.
Thank you.
Like, it's a risk. I mean, I will salute you for that. I mean,
right.
I don't know if I would do what you did if I were in your situation, but that's more because I'm a cowardly motherfucker that doesn't take risks. So
I'm just here to say it is a risk, but when I'm telling you, bro, I was in the exact situation. Had a girl, had a son, new son. He was 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? And it made it work. It was tough. It was tough though, but I was way smarter than what you are right now. Like, I have nearly as much momentum.
Yeah, I need to get my swag back. Like I haven't had like a 10,000 sub month in a while, which is make you feel real good. But it cycles up, it cycles down. That's the thing. But I'm not just doing YouTube, so I'm also gonna start another channel like tips and tricks for other people to grow their channels, and then I want to consult with businesses. So it's not just my AdSense. You cannot live off your AdSense. That's crazy. That's too variable for me.
I mean, you can, like, the sponsorships are nice. I know a lot of people say that my AdSense is super. It's pretty damn consistent. I mean, I don't know. I know everybody's is kind of different, but the good thing is in the field we in, like, you got your sponsorships, you got, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ways to make
That's
it happen.
true. Well, yeah, I'll be launching a Patreon too, which that didn't exist 3-4 years ago when you did this. There's so many ways to bring in revenue. It's much more diverse than it was 5 years ago when I started this stupid channel, making Madden videos, thinking I was going to be the next Golden Sports.
Well, does anybody really want to play Madden anymore? Let's just put it that way. Everyone just bitches about Madden.
That's right. 5 Point is a sellout. You know it. I'm a total sellout.
Hey.
I'll do whatever.
I learned it from you, man.
That's right.
You're my sensei. When it comes to selling out, hell yeah.
So I had to derail the whole show with my semi-announcement. I'll update everybody tomorrow. The other thing is, I'm gonna be streaming more often as well. I feel like streaming's fun. Streaming's
It's
fun.
interesting to like if you want to blow off some steam for an hour or two.
Yeah, I wanted to stream Sunday night, like right after the game. I was gonna text you, but I think you were working. But I need to get over myself and just do it alone and just yell shit like an old man. Just get off my lawn. I'll just have the get off my lawn live stream.
You should just do it on your phone and just be like yelling at people at like where you're sitting on your rocking chair on your porch.
Like Perna. Like just an old version of Perna. Let's talk some football, man. We're 8 minutes into the 11 minutes of the show. We haven't even talked a lick of sports. Talking about my dreams and how stupid I am to go pursue them. We got some voluntary OTAs now going on, which is like the beginning of the new season. Would you say like this makes it feel official, right? That they're actually doing shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
somewhat.
Technically a year-wide thing, so I mean, personally, it doesn't start for me till training camp, but OTAs is like kind of a start.
It's kind of like you get a little bit of news, a couple things happen, but a lot of the big players ain't there, so it's like.
Yeah, speaking of
it's
big
good
players,
for the youngins, the young guns.
right, the ones that are trying to make the team that have to show up early. Like,
yeah.
I just want to see what an NFL facility looks like. I'd still be up in there. You know?
Oh, hell yeah.
If somebody were to give me even a sniff of money to play football. All right, so Tom Brady's not in camp. Julio Jones is not in camp. Somebody else said no Jadeveon. Do you guys ever look into stuff like that?
The Brady thing is interesting just because, it's been going on for a while now, but like the whole thing with the Patriots, they've been able to keep everything so tight. It's weird because them and the Spurs, not to jump to basketball, but two organizations that always seem to have everything just tightly knit and under control, things kind of spiraling a little bit. I mean, I don't think it's going to go too far, but it's super interesting to me that Brady decided not to go to OTA.
Excuse me. Yeah, you're seeing that. You saw that unraveling a little bit last year with Brady and his personal trainer.
With his trainer. Yeah.
And, I mean, yeah, maybe it started a couple years before that with Aaron Hernandez. Like, the Patriots are supposed to be sewed up, and they got a double murderer in on the line.
Yeah, random one guy, though.
That's true. But then they've had issues, and then you had the Malcolm Butler thing in the Super Bowl. Then they lost the Super Bowl.
Crazy.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not as... Just because winning is the best deodorant, though.
Yeah.
You win 5 Super Bowls, like, everyone's like, oh, they know what they're doing. You get a lot of credit for nothing.
Everybody ignores all of the red flags.
Right. Like everyone, you're so revered if you win a Super Bowl, even though you could be the worst run franchise, the big, like that becomes the 30 for 30. Even if you were terrible, you still won. Like,
yeah.
Like if the Steelers had all that drama, they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of more impressive then, though. You did it amidst all that chaos.
Was somebody sparking in the back? Do I hear that? Is that what's going on?
Not on my side.
What are you doing, Tree? You lighting up a Garcia Vega there?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
I'm good.
I mean,
don't worry. I'm just watching you, listening to you guys talk about football.
My big question is, why aren't you sharing? Haha.
No.
All right.
Come on.
Christian Hackenberg was traded to the Raiders. Now
remember that one guy like at the draft when he said like, we got a QB. How stupid does that guy feel now? 2 years later, he's gone. So for a conditional 7th round pick.
Like, what the hell?
The dude could not throw a football, and he couldn't even get on the field for a team that was struggling for quarterback play. That should tell you all you need to know about Hack.
Yeah, the only reason they got anything for him was because Gruden has some weird hard on for him.
Gruden always has like his weird favoritism for quarterbacks.
he just falls in love. It's kind of weird.
Since quarterback camp, man, it's like, man, he's got a spider 2 white banana all over this field. It's going to be amazing.
I like it when he does go in on the young kids. Like I remember one time he just ripped Sam Bradford like a new asshole. He's like, "Look at that! What were you thinking on that play?" And Bradford's like, "Okay." Like he had no idea that Gruden was gonna fucking bust his balls.
Hey, like how successful y'all think Gruden gonna be in this Raiders stint, man?
Well, they have nowhere to go but up, right? Like, what did they win? 4 games last year? Maybe 5?
The Raiders, I think there were 6.
6 wins?
Problem with the Raiders is I feel like they're like looking at a book from 2015. They're bringing in a lot of like old guys. Let's bring in Doug Martin and Jordy Nelson, Martavis Bryant. Like they brought in Derek Johnson. You're bringing in all these old guys, and they're like trying to like rekindle like the past success they had under Gruden, but it never really works like that. How many like second like go arounds have really been successful tenures for managers or coaches?
That's a good question. Joe Gibbs made the playoffs when he came back.
Yeah, but that's Joe Gibbs. Like he didn't have the same success.
Because he kept calling
Joe Gibbs was
trade.
more interested in his racing team.
Right, but like everyone was running read option. He's calling counter trays like it's 1987. You know, like pitch left, pitch right.
I'm not saying anything against Joe Gibbs. Man's a hell of a coach.
Yeah, he's won a lot of
wasn't the same
NASCAR
guy.
trophies. Sorry. Hello? Or did we just yell each other?
No, I think it just dead air decided to pop in there for a
Dead
second.
Air makes its first appearance here on the show. Flemlo, what do you think about the Raiders?
I mean, I don't have a lot of thoughts on the Raiders. I'm interested. I'm gonna sit back and watch, but I don't really study the Raiders too much. Just seeing as how you know, I'm a Bengals fan.
Oh,
and
boy.
My condolences, man.
Oh, boy. We got a Steelers fan, a Bengals fan. KTO is a Browns fan.
It's so weird.
Right, and I'm a
Steelers fan. Who's the Ravens fan?
Reigning Ravens.
KTO said you met some dude that was a Ravens fan. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I think you've had him on like your tweets or something like that.
Yeah, Reigning Ravens,
or
man.
something like that.
I met him out in Vegas. How many?
Yeah.
How many actual?
So many. It's like we have the AFC North quadfecta right now.
Right. Now, Flemlo, you said in a video that you ran into a subscriber in your new place.
My
is that the first time that's ever happened, or does that happen often?
That's probably the second time it happened where the person said something like, maybe I'm tripping, but a lot of times when I got a lot of subs up here. I feel like people be fucking looking at me. I'm like, bro, wait. I swear this dude is looking. I was just go up and say what's up. But this dude was at Walmart. He just came up. He was amped too, bro. It was kind of weird because I'm like, I'm just a fucking dude, make videos.
Right.
He was pretty amped. But no, it doesn't happen super often. It felt good though. Like thinking back on it was a little weird. I gotta get used to it, I guess.
I could imagine that. That's where I know I've made it when someone comes up and says like, "Hey, 5 points." And then, but I remember the story with Allen Iverson. Like the first time somebody he had his own shoe, some kid had the shoe, and he watched him walk for like 4 blocks. Like he watched this kid walk in his shoe for like 2. Like he followed. I was like, "What? Allen Iverson is following some kid with his shoe on? It's weird as hell."
Man, because what happens is you do envision these things in the beginning, but then you put your head down and you just kind of go. And then when it happens, it's like your brain almost doesn't even process it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like Tree. Tree could only be recognized by his voice. Like he could be calling into his bank. And they'd be like, are you urinating?
I don't know about that, man. I haven't gotten that yet, thank God.
Can I get a fuck you Spanos before I transfer your balance?
Your voice is super distinct, bro.
That's the problem.
Dude, when I met Tree in real life, it's even more like his voice has even more like bravado and like depth in real life. Like, like I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, what's up, man?
Like, damn.
I was like, wow, dude has a presence. Now,
yeah, you met me for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. That's all you said
I
too.
was busy for like fucking roast.
You thought my wife was my sister, and then I had to bounce, and that's how that worked.
You had a drink and you laughed.
Stark Raving Sports is on. New channel looking hot. Stark Raving Sports just passed 10,000 subs, by the way.
Congratulations, them, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Oh wait, the new catch rule. So I heard about this. Does anyone have any insight on the new catch rule, or say they revisions?
The only thing that's, I mean, they took out the like the weird keep possession through the fall thing. So they did fix that. I mean, it still kind of got issues, but it's definitely better going forward. But I'm gonna put it like this: we're still gonna have like multiple like those that keep popping up on Twitter. That was this a catch? Was it not a catch? Because it's still super subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they could have did a little bit better job of defining.
Well,
but they did improve it, but it's just not as solid as I would have liked it to be.
Like how specific? Like that's the problem now. Is like how specific can they get? Like the only thing I think they could add is a time element to it. Like if he catches it and holds it for 4 frames, like then I'd be happy with it. But other than that, like it's always going to be meant or left to interpretation, right?
Yeah. Well, we're at the point now where we aren't going to know what a tackle is, because are they leading with the crown of the helmet, or is it a fair tackle or penalty? And now that's going to be the new contention.
Yeah, what is that thing that they just? I didn't get a chance to read up on it. I just kind of seen it pop up right before this. They added something new with lowering your helmet. Did y'all see that?
I have not seen.
Well, they don't want like people leading with their helmets anymore.
I mean, wasn't that always already a thing though?
Yeah, I guess that they don't want them to initiate contact. I know that, like the lowering of the helmet, like who is it? Stephen Ridley used to do that, just hit people with it, but they don't really enforce it. Maybe that's what the thing that gets me to is in the NFL they enforce shit in the preseason, and then week 1 they go right back to whatever they were doing, right back to it. Like they were like, oh, it's the preseason. We can call penalties every down, and no one cares. There's no consequence. Then week 1, when fans are yelling shit at them,
let that shit roll.
Yeah. It looks like what I'm seeing here is they're just trying to change the kickoff. They got rid of the wedge, which I knew, which has been a thing. I don't know. Yeah. Everyone was talking about the catch rule. Okay, but that only changed earlier.
Yeah, that changed like March.
Yeah, or they approved it, but that's it. Okay. I don't care. Anyways, what's going on in the group chat here? Anyways, do you think the NFL, Jacob Hunziger, you think the NFL is bad about penalties in preseason to regular season? See the NHL this year? Yes, I agree.
Yeah, the NHL has just been swallowing all they do. It's like they either call like the most borderline plays imaginable, and then they let the most egregious shit go later on. And like once it goes like the third period overtime, you see like them just like just not call a damn thing.
Yeah, that's playoff hockey though. The refs, that's the one thing. Like baseball.
That's why I don't really blame I don't get people blaming the refs, because they do this to everybody. Swallow the whistles every time.
See, but okay, you watch baseball. The ump always tries to make it about him, right? And then football, like the ref is a lot about him, but tries not. But he doesn't want to become Phil Luckett, right? In hockey, it's the opposite. Like the refs don't want you to know who the hell they are. Like come third period, like even Wes McCauley's like, I don't want to make the call, because hockey fans go nuts if any call happens in the third period. All right, I want to do a quick.
Is the backlash that bad?
You would have to like literally murder somebody on the ice, and maybe then you get maybe a 2-minute mark if you're lucky.
It is It's way different. Like in the NFL, they'll throw the penalty flag in any situation, really. But I would say last 2 minutes though they kind of tighten up on the flags, don't you think? A little bit.
It just depends on the crew and the night. It's so damn inconsistent right now.
It is. But in the NHL, just like Tree said, you're probably going to have to witness a murder for you to get a call.
Crazy.
All right, I want to interview you real quick, Flemlo. I already asked you one question, but and you actually answered a couple of these. So you said you're a Bengals fan. Are you fans of any other teams in any other sport?
Yeah, I'm a Bengals fan and a LeBron fan.
I actually met
pretty
LeBron.
much it.
It was.
Say it again.
I met LeBron.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope. When'd you meet him?
So I was in Miami.
Which LeBron did you meet?
I think I've told this story to the stream before. I was in Miami. I had a friend that owned a sushi bar, and he was like, "Yeah, man, come down." I was like, "Okay." I thought it was just some hole in the wall. Turns out to be the best freaking nightclub ever. Like they had like screens like all around. I ate dinner, and it was during the lockout. It was like 2011, 2012. And next thing I know, LeBron James just comes, this huge man just walks through the door, and I didn't have time to react. I just turned and I was like, "Oh, hey, LeBron James, what's up?" And I extended my hand. He grabbed it instantly, hugged me, and was like, "Hey, what's up?" Like he didn't even know who I was, you know. He just saw me, you know. And I was like, "Wow, that's a guy that's really aware of his fame." And then D Wade was right behind him. And I figured I just got love from LeBron. I was like, "Whoa, what's up, D Wade?" And it was not the same story.
D Wade wasn't trying to hear.
So D Wade let me hang for like what felt like a minute, and then finally shook my hand and was like, "What's up?" Like, and then and didn't talk to me after that. But I saw LeBron later. I didn't get a photo with him. I was like, "Dude, first of all, he looks like he's 6'6" in real life."
6'8".
He looks like he's 8'12" in real life, and his head is disproportionately small to his shoulders. So his shoulders are wider than my monitors, but his head is a regular person's head. It's freaking wild. It's wild, and his hands are like two of mine. Like he was big.
Hey, question. Wait, who did you say you were a fan of? In football, who's your team?
I'm a Giants fan. Sadly.
Who?
But
it keep cutting out. My bad. What you say?
I'm a Giants fan.
Giants fan.
Yep.
Okay. Are you from New York?
My dad is from Rutherford, where the Giants play. Like literally across the street from the stadium.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You saying poor you, bro? I'm like, dude, I'm a Bengals fan. Like, we haven't won a playoff game since I was 2. Like legit since I was 2 years old.
And a lot of it is because of the guy who's on the stream. His squad has kept y'all from winning playoff games.
Well, we can't blame them. I mean, the
Bengals beat themselves that one year.
Yeah, man.
The Bengals should have won that game every time.
We're always ill prepared. You know what I mean? Marvin does a pretty poor job of preparing us for any big game.
And he's still your head coach when he should have been fired.
Oh my god, bro! I ran it on Instagram when they renewed.
I laughed.
Said about
it.
I would have laughed too.
A testament to your patheticness of your organization.
Yeah,
and you wonder why your stadium's empty. Like Cincinnati's apathetic; they don't care anymore.
Yeah, Mike Brown. I don't really know what his goals are.
Mike Brown only cares about the immediate success. He thinks he's successful, but he's not.
I was about to say,
and beyond Cincinnati, the entirety of Cincinnati, the fan base of the Bengals, they'd be better off with him dead. That's the unfortunate reality.
Wow, you're going hard there, Tree.
I'm sad. It's the truth.
It's true. Or you could sell the team, but the Bengals, I mean, they were started by the Browns. They're not going anywhere.
They're not going to sell. Mike Brown won't sell.
Now,
yeah, he's not selling.
Flemla, why are you a fan of the Bengals?
It's actually super random. I'm from Mississippi originally. That's where I grew up. And obviously we don't have a team. And so my dad's a Cowboys fan. My uncle's an Eagles fan. My granddad was a Steelers fan. My other uncle is he's a Raiders fan. So you know what I'm saying? I just thought everybody's supposed to have their own team growing up. That was my thing. So Chad Johnson comes along and I play receiver. I get really into Chad. And then I get really into the Bengals. And 10 years later, however long it's been, here I am. You know what I'm saying? But I stuck with the team even when he dipped. And we still haven't won anything. But it's coming, hopefully. I can't dip out now, bro. It's like I've been putting coins into this machine for so damn long.
It's due. You're like one of those 99-year-old ladies down in the casino smoking Pall Malls, just being like, this machine is due. I swear.
Honestly, I think that's how a lot of fans feel about certain teams.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll be talking
because
about
how much would that suck? Like, you were a fan for 10, 15 years and y'all sucked, and the time you dip, y'all like win the Super Bowl or some shit. Like, you'll be pissed.
Why you gotta double down? You gotta every year you have to invest deeper into the franchise so that it's sweeter when they win. It's got to be sweeter.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's a limit to that. But
I don't know, man. When your squad wins the Super Bowl, it feels.
I'm going 9-7 this year. Yeah. Wild card, get our first playoff win. That's my projection.
I'm amazed that it was Ocho Cinco that made you fall in love with them. He was not to say that he wasn't great, but
even before. Well, it was much before he was Ocho. Like I was more of a Chad guy than an Ocho guy. Like Ocho got kind of wild there, but I was young, bro. I was like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't remember 9th grade playing wide receiver. I'm learning the position, and he had these videos. They're still up actually. These videos on YouTube where he's just running routes and talking shit. And he's talking about like just the art of playing receiver. And dude, I was so into that. And I learned a lot from it, honestly. I think it helped me get a scholarship to go play in college because I didn't have any real coaches from the country. But yeah, man, I was all in.
Why
I'm still all in.
Why does it seem that you have to be a D1 athlete to have a nice YouTube channel these days?
I don't know. I don't know. I was D1 AA, so I don't know if that counts. But
at least college. You know what I played in college? I played get up around 6 p.m. and figure out what classes I missed. That's what
crazy.
Tree, what was the highest level of sports that you played or achieved?
Fucking high school, man. I sucked.
What did you play in high school?
I mean, I sucked. I sucked.
In what?
That was football, but
football?
I was a bench warmer. Like, I wasn't any good.
What position you played, though?
Center.
Okay. You was trash at center?
No, it's just like I was lazy. It was how it was.
Yeah,
and I just, like, I left after my sophomore year because I felt like I didn't, like, fall in love with any, you know, the, like the game itself. You know what I mean? You need, like, that sort of love for it, and I just didn't feel it.
Yeah, I feel you.
So it's just like, I'm tired of getting yelled at. Fuck it.
It's like this, I'm out. Actually, man, I quit football every year of high school except my senior year. Like, the second basketball season rolled around, I quit every year. My coach would be pissed. He cursed me out every time. Oh, you got so much talent. I just wanted to hoop, bro. I wasn't as good at basketball. I was pretty good, though. But
you just love basketball more.
Yeah, I just love basketball more. I mean, I led the team in scoring. I was, like I said, I was decent, but not like college decent. I'm too short.
Dude, basketball is the one sport that almost everyone can play. You go into your local gym, dudes are throwing oops, dunking, little white kids are hitting threes from everywhere. Like, last time I played in the gym, dude, this one white boy was tearing me up, and I was getting frustrated. Like, they even had to be like, "Yo, you gotta come down on the block, dude." I was like,
"Oh, that's the words. You got demoted."
Okay, yeah. Well, dude, he every time he had this fake, I bid on it every time. And he was
like, this time he's gonna actually do it. You know?
Yeah, he was like,
"Oh,"
and all I heard the whole time was swish, swish.
Dang.
I was like, "Damn, son." I need to get out of here. Fucking old ass. I shouldn't even be playing basketball out here. All right, I got one last question before we get into basketball, because you are a LeBron fan. Who are your top 3 YouTube influences?
Influences. Influences?
Yeah, like who's some...
I don't know. KTO helped too. He was one of my influences to get into what I'm doing now. Cause I was doing gaming. Right. And then I kind of saw his channel and I was like, man, there's a lane for me over there. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of maneuvered. Other than that, like I came in, I was watching like Call of Duty videos. That's how I learned about YouTube.
Right.
And just watching tips and trying to get better at the game because I used to be trash. And one day this dude did like a house tour. And I was like, wait, these dudes making money from this. You know what I mean? And I devised a plot to transition into
what up? KTO's in the stream. Did you see that? KTO just jumped in.
Hey.
What's up? Jump on the Discord, KTO. You can jump in if you want. All right. Yeah, my first influence was Golden Sports. I'm sure you heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what do you call it? I remember I played Madden. That's all I played. And I was not trying to start a YouTube channel, and I got a capture card so that I could break down film. That's how serious I was. Like, and then I was like, all right, well, how do I stop these damn screenplays? And then I saw a video from Golden Sports, and I was like, you can do this? You can do this on YouTube? You can capture and then talk on it? And I was like, I can do that. I'll figure that out. And then I did, and I was terrible at it. And then, just like you said...
Yeah, we all learned in the beginning.
Yeah. And then I found a lane, just like you said.
Yeah.
All right,
like, I remember, it's hard to say. I don't know if they were influences or not, but just people I was watching. Like, back in the day, I was watching, K-Spade.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, I was watching K-Spade. I mean, of course, Chris Smooth. The 2K guys, bro. A lot of the 2K cats I was watching early on before I started Cash and OSN and all of them dudes. And just kind of their lane. Like, I always knew I wouldn't go in that particular lane, but I was like, you can just kind of be yourself on here. It's like, you know what I mean? There'll be an audience. Then I started seeing like grass cutting channels, and I was like, bro, like any niche, like if you commit to it, any niche on here, you can, you know what I'm saying? You can win.
If there's an audience, that's how I knew. I was like, man, I need a bigger audience, because I was making NHL videos, and I was like, man, the audience is not big enough. I feel like I'm good enough. Look, but KTO, real quick, he put Browns to the playoff this year. Let's get it. He must have visited a dispensary earlier. just
I don't know, man. The Browns, they might slide in there. 8-8, 9-7.
They might actually. They'll
from 0-16.
Yep. Detroit went from 0-16. They got Stafford, and then they won 5-6 games the next year, I think. So
yeah.
All right, let's go to the NBA. Tree, are you done getting your?
No, I'm still there, man.
Okay,
I'm good.
I thought you were getting a cheese plate or something.
Nah,
sounded like it.
It's just my chair's a little squeaky.
Yeah, my chair is a little squeaky too. The NBA. Why are these games no good? None of them are
because the
good.
NBA and the league is just like, it has no parity. Like, all of the conference finals games this year have been blowouts. All of them. And it's looking like this one's starting to be a bit of a blowout too, between Golden State and Houston.
I haven't even. Should I put that on the background this time?
Nah, pass.
Fucking sniped.
I'll look at the ESPN highlights. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Golden State's up by 8 already. What do you think, Flem? I mean, why are these games so bad?
It's just, NBA always been superstar driven, and all the superstars on the same couple teams. You know what I mean? For the most part, LeBron pretty much dominates the East, and all the Celtics, the star Celtics, are hurt. It's just like the perfect storm of bullshit. Of course, you got the Warriors beating the crap out of everybody. I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't know. I mean,
Like
you got guys who excel in the regular season. Like the people who are going to make championship runs have figured it out. Like they kind of coast. You know what I mean? They might not necessarily have the best regular season record, and then in the playoffs, they know 7-game series, they're gonna take it. So they just get the same shit every year.
Literally, it's LeBron James and a bunch of overpaid scrubs. Like, it's literally one guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. KTO says, I feel like one team rolls in the first quarter and the other team shuts it down to be ready for the next game. I mean, it seemed like I watched the game last night with the Cavs. It's like, man, they get at home, all of a sudden the calls start going their way. Like, there were a couple loose balls that went their way. And then the next thing you know, it's a blowout. Like, it's amazing how one team can just get the shit kicked out of them one game and then beat the living shit out of the other one the next game.
It makes no sense. Yeah, shit's crazy. It's got to be an effort thing. I mean, nothing else really makes sense.
And does home court really mean that much? Like,
I mean, it's important, but, damn. It's like if you're on the road, you're getting blown out. It's just a weird. Now, the Celtics have sucked on the road, like, this entire time. So, I mean, you do have to take that into consideration. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't expect it to swing like that.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to go 2-0 first thing, but, I mean.
All I have to say is LeBron is a beast. For them to look that bad the first two games and then him so he single-handedly kept them in those blowouts, if that's possible.
And that's why if I were LeBron, I'd try and get the hell out of Cleveland because, like, you don't have a team around you.
Hey, do y'all know why LeBron gets so much hate? Like, y'all have theories?
Because when he first came in, he was loved, right? And he was the lovable loser. And then he became the heel, right? Yeah. And then the
decision, right?
Right, the decision. And then no one wants to. Was bad. And even though he came back, he still has that heel mentality. Yeah. People still hate him. I love him. I think he's amazing.
He's out here donating to charities and shit. Mm-hmm. What a jerk.
Yeah, what a jerk. No, I think he's great. Plus, I had that personal experience where I met him and I see how sincere he is as a person, but some people that said
he's kept himself clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is unbelievable. Like, this dude
very clean.
Been famous since high school. It's crazy.
All right, KTO, we'll teach you about hockey. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
I think part of the issue is just the fact that you got all these people that grew up on Jordan and Kobe, and because LeBron not really like a score first player, it just like a lot of people just really can't process what's happening because a cat will come in and drop like 20 points and all of a sudden he's the fucking GOAT. Like they don't care about all the other nuanced things that LeBron is.
People do not
give scoring 40.
Yeah, people don't give LeBron credit enough for his defense, his passing, his understanding of how basketball works, how plays work, and how many calls he gets. He does get a lot of calls. He does earn them, but he does get a lot of calls. Let's keep it down.
Not more than Harden.
Oh, this is a question I had here. All right, is Chris Paul a choker?
Man, I think so. Like, I didn't want to say it because he had that amazing run against the Lakers back in the day when he was in New Orleans. I think that was versus the Lakers. But, man, it's hard to – I think so. Every time he's put in this situation, he never has his best game when they need it the most. And you got him, D'Antoni, and Harden, none of which are very good in the playoffs, historically.
Tree,
yeah, I think he's gonna be remembered that way. It sucks though, but I think he's gonna be remembered that way.
Tree, what do you think?
Sorry, I was just this chat trying to convert KTO to the Penguins.
Oh, you're trying to sell him on the Penguins? Look at you trying to market that shit. Come on now.
You could sell him on the Rangers, whatever.
I'm not
be like, we're going to rebuild.
Holy
just
shit.
like the Browns.
Wait, Highlight Heaven's in here too? Playoff hockey is the best. What's up,
Yes.
highlight? Damn, it's like a YouTube party up in here. Who else we get in here? Perna needs to
Fucking
stop
highlight
by.
heaven too.
Right.
Hey, I like heaven. What it do?
Dude, I'm not signing anybody up for the heartbreak that is the Rangers. I'll tell you that. I'm not selling that.
You won a championship like 25 years ago. You have like Messier.
I was a senior in high school, by the way. I was young and had dreams. Now, now I got different dreams. All right, this is an interesting question. Do the Warriors fans, do you think they even like Kevin Durant?
Hell nah.
No.
He ain't earned that love. He came in, it was already beastly. You know what I'm saying? He ain't grind with them. You know what I'm saying? He ain't build
He
with them.
waltzed into an easy situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, can you think of a situation where you're on your squad where you had a gun come in and you were like, yeah, I kind of dig what that guy does. Even though not everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like the Mets, when they got Cespedes, it was like, all right, we got this stud from Detroit. Now he's just, I don't know. I guess maybe it's different because the one player has so much more impact in the NBA. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of a situation where one of my squads got a mercenary like that and everybody actually did love him.
I don't know, Clyde Drexler?
Yeah, that's a good one. But he was from Houston. Like, that was like a setup, I can think of like when A-Rod, when he came to the Yankees, everyone was like, fuck this dude.
Yeah.
And they're still like, fuck this dude.
Right. And they won a World Series with
They
him.
liked him for like a year. And that's like, fuck this dude.
I'm trying to think of is there a situation where a stud came to my team and I was like, fuck that dude. Probably Des Bryant next
My team
year.
ain't good enough for that.
Anyways. All right, we're going to transition. We're going to close the show out with some hockey. Maybe, Flemlo, you want to stick around and get educated on... Looks like KTO wants to learn a little bit about...
Yeah, y'all can learn me on some hockey.
Yeah. So we're in the conference finals now. This is a great story, by the way. This is like I would love to see KTO or Flemlo's take about this. The Vegas Golden Knights, it's their first year, and they're already in the finals. Right?
I love how the entirety of Canada is now saying that the expansion draft was overpowered as all hell. When we were all mocking it because we felt like they screwed the pooch. They drafted a bunch of guys that were going to trade, and then they just took on all the excess salary for future draft picks. Everyone expected this year was going to be bad for them.
Yeah, I mean, you had
everyone did.
Right.
It's not just me.
You had pundits, experts.
I thought I saw they had some decent pieces, like Marcia So I thought would be good for 20 goals. Riley Smith would be decent. James Neal may have been okay before they shipped them off at the deadline. Marc-Andre Fleury would probably carry them to not in the basement, but nobody expected they'd make the cup. Come on.
Right.
Nobody expected William Karlsson would score 40 goals.
Yeah. That came out of nowhere, though. I saw a tweet somewhere where some Canadian salty dude was like, yeah, just remember the Vegas Golden Knights received a first and a second pick for John Marchessault. And I'm just like, well, just remember, some GM down in Florida couldn't see that this motherfucker was burning up the ice with his skates up and down the freaking ice.
He was the best scorer last year. He's not like some rando.
Right.
I mean, they traded Riley Smith because he was an overpaid contract so they could take Jonathan Marchessault. They thought they didn't fit into his plans. Because, you have to remember, with Florida, they went from, a regular perspective to heavily analytics-driven. They extend all those random contracts, including the Smith contract. They completely embarrassed Gerard Gallant and forced him to depart the stadium by taxi after a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go right back to what they were doing. And then Talon, has his own opinions, and he doesn't like Marchessault or Smith.
Talon's
So
really
that's what you have to deal with. That's an ownership issue. That's complete meddling. And that's why Florida's the laughing stock and not in the playoff.
Yeah, I want to have some fun though. Flemlo.
No.
This is not meant to mock you, right? But KTO just had a comment. Can you name 3 hockey players?
Can I name 3 hockey? Is there like a prize for this shit?
I don't know. Just I want to.
Yeah. Of course, I can name 3
Okay.
hockey players. I mean, they're gonna be like the most cliche, obvious players.
Just I want to hear though who the 3 are.
I got
too.
Gretzky.
Okay.
I got Ovechkin.
All right, that's an active. All right,
Oh, that's active. Oh, hell
3
no,
actives.
No, Ovechkin's 1.
Okay.
And Crosby.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
And I don't watch SportsCenter anymore because I go to Twitter for all my news, so I can't. That's it. I'm hit.
So Ovechkin and
I can
Crosby.
easily Google this shit, but just to be fair, I got Ovechkin and Crosby because ESPN did that special on them. Like this was a few years back, and that's it. I know nothing about hockey.
You know 2 more
Somebody,
than
there you go.
Pecorine. Sorry. You know 2 more than KTO though. So there you go.
Oh, KTO doesn't know anything about hockey either.
Just say
Just say
Johnson.
Johnson.
He said just say Johnson.
Start throwing out last names.
Johnson.
Chad Johnson. There is a Chad Johnson in the NHL. He's a goalie, by the way.
Smith.
Yeah, Smith. Yeah, Craig Smith. Scored 22 goals this year. See? You go.
There you go. Bam. I'm in there.
All right. Tree.
What's up?
Caps and Lightning. How do the Lightning look so bad one game, steal a win, and they look bad?
Tampa Bay look like fucking shit. They can't do anything 5-on-5. They look fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, they look bad. The only reason why they were in that game was Vasilevsky. I mean, to be fair, Vasilevsky stole game 4 for them.
He did.
And that's the only reason why they're still in the series.
I mean, the problem that I have with the Lightning is they do look like total dog shit some games.
They're soft. Like, they cannot respond to Washington's physicality. They have to be on the power play.
Yeah, but...
And, the refs are not calling penalties at the same rate they do in the regular season.
Yeah, but they should be able to trap and gunk up the neutral zone. Like, they're a tale of 2 teams. Like, I could see them going out and getting a 2-0 shutout in Game 7. I don't think it'll be that way. I think it'll be overtime Game 7, and who knows.
I think Capitals win. Like, as much of it pains me to say it.
You're talking about the Washington Capitals.
I know.
So
they're not the same full Capitals as old. Have you seen these guys this postseason? They have mental resilience. These aren't the guys that are like, oh, we're gonna choke like randomly. Like, they would have done it down 2-0 against Columbus. They would have done it after Game 1 against the Penguins, and they would have done it in Game 6.
You're right. They would have choked.
These aren't the full Capitals. I'm sorry. And as much as it pains me to fucking say it, I think the Capitals are advancing.
Yeah, and Oshie's playing well. Now, though, I will say this one thing. Neither of those teams, through neutral, could match Vegas' speed. Whoever plays Vegas, it's gonna be a short series. It's going to be...
The problem with, Washington, they've neutralized speed. Tampa has a lot of speed. They neutralized it. Pittsburgh apparently has a lot of speed. They neutralized it. Columbus, I thought they had speed too. They've neutralized it.
Yeah, but you thought
the system they play can neutralize speed.
Yeah, but you thought the Jets and the Kings and the Sharks neutralized speed, especially the Kings. You thought that they could slow Vegas down, and they got a fucking foot in their throat. And
they tried to punch them in the mouth, and they couldn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How's Washington going to be able to match that speed? I don't see it.
They have the high end talent to potentially do it.
I don't know. Vegas is very good.
That's that high end talent, man.
Yeah.
They're doing it with a bunch of randos, like Devontae Smith-Pelly and Alex Chason and
Debo.
And Brooks Orpik.
Debo is a beast. Debo is a beast. Yeah, I think though if the Caps make the finals, are the memes officially dead? All of them. I mean, they're
not dead until they win the cup. Because they're always going to be Ovechkin raising a golf club and the no cops joke, and the legacy of failure. Those are the 3 they still have to kill.
So you're saying that the memes are the Steve Bartman of like he can't. They're not.
You have to win it all to kill him.
Yep. What a weird dude, Steve Bartman. All right, let's go ahead and wrap. We got about 5 minutes left. That was so awesome. This has been a really fun stream, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
We had KTO come on. We had Highlight Heaven. We got Flemlo. Oh, everybody check out Highlight Heaven, Sports Heaven's Discord server.
Yeah, but it's the ultimate Discord server.
Yeah.
It's like a super server.
Yeah, we got a bunch of big YouTubers and SRS Mike are in there.
They got Savage Brick Sports too, I think.
Yeah. Highlight Heaven's running it. If someone wants to put the link in the chat, that'd be great.
I'll throw
some
it in
Browns
there.
highlights in the background. 5 points. I don't have any access to those. I can talk about Bottlegate again. Last
there
time,
it is.
Yeah, it's. How do I get the link for that server? Do you know
I got it in the chat right now.
Okay.
You have to eliminate the HTTP and space out the after the highlight, and that's what'll do it.
Flemlo, you got any parting words?
Not much, man. Appreciate being on the stream, rocking with y'all boys. We can do it again sometime.
Absolutely. So,
but I want to talk like some more like some life shit too.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, because a lot of times we'll get into a tangent just talking about YouTube, and that's like the funnest. Dude, we were talking about copyright violations.
Hell yeah!
The snipers are out, man. Snipers are out for you all the time. But yeah, man, the grind is you feel really alone sometimes. You know, it's always great to huddle up with others and you know, put our heads together and figure stuff out. So definitely
gotta create the cocoon and the hive mind, buddy.
That's right. Yeah, KTO, the NFL hates me too. They'll manually come look at my video.
I'm almost scared to say XOS Sports on here. Like,
oh my god,
fucking savages,
dude. They will copyright.
Yeah, like college football will hound anything, dude. They went after my New York Giants video for like 10 seconds of Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you said Saquon Barkley? We're gonna have to delete that out because
exactly.
Sports is
that's your fault.
On his name.
All right. I think I'm about ready to wrap it up. Hey, Tori, I see you. I know I'm just gonna cut it early. I'm not gonna let anybody in besides the main group. I definitely want to start streaming more. Actually, when football season starts, Tree and I we're thinking we'll do it twice a week at least. You know, at least probably Tuesday night.
Get all those YouTube shekels.
Yep. And then maybe we might do a instant reaction Sunday night. Shit, I won't have a job by then. You know what they say when you're self-employed? They say every day you wake up without a job. That's that's what's gonna happen. But Tree, any parting words?
No, sir. Apparently, I'm just looking up. Hunter Henry of the LA Chargers tore his ACL.
Oh, in OTAs?
Apparently, yes. That is brutal. That was supposed to be one of their big, tight end options.
You know, just a little bit of glue. He'll be out there week 1.
That sucks.
Well, I mean, this is Spanos, so maybe.
All right, Flemlo, anything you want to say before we take off?
No, I'm good, bro.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining the stream for the first time on the new channel. And I'm 5 Points Vids. KTO, Highlight Heaven.